Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA, episode 412. I am Brendan. This is UFC Fight Night, Lemos versus John Doba. Prelims, Brian Kelleher versus Cody Gibson. We're going to talk about that fight and the rest of the fights on the prelims. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel way. That way you know the... Good grief. That way you know when the next video is coming out. Oh my God. Let's just keep all that in, shall we? Keep all that in like I edit videos. Get out of here. I don't edit anything. All right, Brian Kelleher and Cody Gibson. This one was really hard because it's hard to root against somebody. And, like, you don't have to root against anyone to watch a fight. But generally speaking, when you're rooting for someone in these fights, you want the other guy to lose. And I know that seems like it makes sense, but, like, no shit, somebody has to lose. Yeah, no, I get that. But what I'm saying is, some fights, you know, you like both the guys and you kind of want both of them to win, but like I'm not the biggest fan of Brian Kelleher or Cody Gibson. Like I like Brian Kelleher. I do. I've liked him, and then I like Cody Gibson. So it's one of those ones where it's like they're both in a point in their career. I think Kelleher's had quite a few losses in a row. This was his fourth loss in a row. And Cody Gibson just making it back into the UFC and then losing 2 fights in a row. Like he's going to get cut. So, you know, both the guys kind of need this win here. And, you know, so it was just hard to root for one of the guys over the other. Gibson landing the right hand early and tracking him down with the long hooks. Kelleher swings and Gibson gets it, the duck under, gets it back and takes him down. It really looked like Gibson had his number on the ground and was able to just kind of do whatever he wanted. You know, Kelleher gets back up, but still pressed to the fence. Gibson will not let up, just won't let Kelleher breathe. Scramble after Kelleher goes for the guillotine, but then Gibson gets to the arm triangle from the half guard and gets the finish. That's a good squeeze. I know it's not just about squeezing, it's about putting the right pressure on. But getting that from half guard, that's pretty good. That's really good. It does help it when you're the taller guy. It allows you to really get a ton of leverage on that. But that was a great performance by Cody Gibson. I mean, he's going to be in the UFC still. Miranda Maverick versus Dione Barbosa. Boy, this one looked like it was getting sketchy for Maverick for a while, huh? Yikes. Both women are trying to blitz and Barbosa landing a couple shots. Maverick only finding success with the low kicks early. She was really having an issue on the feet. Barbosa tries to throw but ends up on bottom, and Maverick found some elbows on top, and Barbosa really keeps trying to set up the triangle from the bottom, couldn't get it, and just ends up spending the whole round defending off of her back, 2 minutes, or attacking off her back, you want to call it. But Maverick made up the difference with that control and the damage on the ground, outstriking her 16-7. Like the fact that on the ground she was able to do that, you'd figure like, okay, well, Barbosa, even though she's active off the ground, maybe she's going to try and stay on the feet. Barbosa still pressuring in as Maverick does circle on the outside, finds success now with her kicks to the body and some decent left hands. So Maverick did manage that distance a little bit better in this round, and the timing. Barbosa hits the hip toss, but why is she doing this? And they get right back up. Maverick slowing down slightly, gets caught in a guillotine, but there's nothing there. Gets the takedown. Again, could be a close round with both women landing 7 strikes. But the problem is 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this was Maverick on top, and you can call that guillotine attempt whatever you want. I don't think it changed the course of anything. I don't think it was close enough to finish to where it warrants being so significant, and it was in transition, and then she got punished for it by spending the rest of the round on her back. I had 2018 last round. Barbosa sitting down on her right hand, looking for that takedown, but she just kept spamming she kept looking for the takedown. And why is she doing that? She should just be spamming that right hand. She does throw it a couple more times, but then Maverick gets the single leg, scrambles to top position again, and you got to give it to her. Controlling the dangerous opponent in a fight that she looked like she was going to get outworked early on, and able to get the win. I had her win in 30-27. All 3 judges gave her the win here. Mike Bell gave that second round to Barbosa. I usually disagree with him. Yeah, I mean, Mike Bell, like, he's consistently in favor of, like, he's a big submission guy, I think. When someone throws up a submission, he counts that for so much. Loik Radzhabov versus Trey Ogden. Loik hits so freaking hard, and he just does not want to stop. Just gets right in your face. Like old school UFC shit. Radzhabov walking him down, right away throwing that right hand hard. Ogden taking him down at 435. Radzhabov worked back up, but Ogden got to the back and riding him. You could go 10-8. They won't, but I gave him a 10-8 for this round. 4 minutes and 35 seconds of control time. He landed how many ground strikes? 40 total strikes. There was very little. Radzhabov only landed 2 strikes on the feet and was taken down. So he spent 90% of this round or 85% of this round on the ground, on his back, or being with his back controlled. This was, if you don't give it a 10-8, that's fine, but I gave him 10-8. Radzhabov right back at him, throwing a hard left hook and then the big right hand. Radzhabov will not back up and is finding the mark. Ogden landing as well, just not nearly as much. If you look at the striking numbers in here, they were close in this round, 22-22, but because Ogden gets the easy takedown and then to mount with 2:20 left. Ogden with the tight arm triangle, staying on top. Radzhabov finally able to get up with 15 seconds left. Close round. I actually gave the damage to Radzhabov. Here's the difference. He was controlled for 2 minutes. Bad. And the damage was, or the striking numbers were even, 22-22. Here's the thing. Radzhabov's strikes were so much more impactful. I gave him this round, so I had it 19-18. Still in favor, obviously, of Ogden because of that 10-8 round. Last round, Radzhabov corner spilling water everywhere to give him some extra rest time. Nice. Radzhabov tries right away again, but gets taken down. Ogden in the mount and isolating that arm. He spent 3 minutes of this round in control. I don't know if they gave him, he did land 18 strikes. Man. Radzhabov landed 62 strikes in there. You could give this round to him too. You could have it a draw, 28-28. This last round with the control of Ogden, did he do enough control? I don't know. Now looking at it and looking at the actual numbers, when I scored it live, I figured that control time, and then through the end of the round, I don't know if Radzhabov was really, he didn't rock Ogden, which was a problem. Let's look at the scorecards. I scored it for Ogden, but let's see how they scored it here. Eric Colon gave all 3 rounds to Ogden. Mike Bell and Junichiro Kamijo gave the last round to Radzhabov. Yeah. They gave that first round and the second round to Ogden. Yeah, I thought Radzhabov did enough damage in that second round. You could have given it to him. Yep. Watching it live, I might have missed on that one. I might have missed. Again, if those numbers are accurate, I might have missed. I didn't feel like he landed that many, but gosh darn it. Let me click. Why can't I click? Good grief. Luana Carolina versus Lucie Pudilova. I think you actually pronounce it like that. It was what it was. This fight wasn't horrible. Right, it was okay to watch. It was a striking battle back and forth. Carolina landing some low kicks and she's backing up. Pudilova using those lead hooks and the jabs. Neither woman landing anything crazy. Carolina landing more. Pudilova ends the round with a takedown. Outstruck 33-6 in favor of Carolina. 10-9. Pudilova is having a problem trying to get in the groove and find her range consistently. It's not like she doesn't get any strikes, but when she does, she just can't consistently stay in the pocket. Keep that range. Pudilova landing a nice left hook as they exit and follows up with some more. The kicks from Carolina at range make it so that she can damage when Pudilova just can't, right? Long tools. Pudilova better moments came when she gets Carolina against the fence, but she just can't keep her there long enough. She's not pressuring like that. She's not cutting her off. She's following. Pudilova hurts her with that hard elbow in the clinch, but Carolina grabs and recovers. You could give this round to Pudilova. The striking numbers are pretty damn close, 24-22 in favor of Carolina. Pudilova was advancing forward and did rock her in this. but it was hard. I don't know if everybody saw it. So 19-19 going in the third round. Pudilova's finding the mark more in this round and moving forward. Carolina doing a good job just throwing shit out there. Literally, that's what it is. She's just throwing shit out there. Everything. Just what doesn't matter what it is. Spinning shit, sure. A heel to the face, sure. Doesn't matter. Elbows, it doesn't matter. Everything. Pudilova gets a takedown with 55 seconds left, but that's just not enough. She couldn't do anything. 37-15 for striking numbers in here. I had it 29-28 in favor of Carolina. Saldi Mato gave all 3 rounds to Carolina. It's fine. And Mike Bell and Junichiro Kamijo both saw it 29-28 in favor of Carolina. All right. And now let's talk about the UFC trying to set up help a brother out. Literally. Mohammed Usman versus Thomas Petersen. They must really want Usman because he looks the part, I guess, at heavyweight. Is that why they want him to win? They trying to give Kamaru. I mean, I know at heavyweight it's easier to get in the UFC, but it is what it is. They're really trying to push him. Neither guy wants to engage Usman backing up and circling and jabbing. Story of the fight. When Petersen moves in and throws, he can find the mark, and Usman jabs and backpedals. When standing at range and just jabbing, Usman looks better. But when Petersen enters, he just does more damage with his shots, right? Petersen landing more and advancing. I just don't know how you give this to Usman. Now, apparently on the striking numbers, it was even 22-22, but I thought Petersen landed more, and he for sure landed more damaging shots. That's for damn. That's for true. And then he also was advancing the entire time. So you got to give him this. You got to give him this round. Second round. Heavy left hands landing for Petersen. Usman does not like that. Usman needs to use that jab to set up the power instead of just using it as a range keeper. Not a range finder, right? He's using it as a range keeper, trying to keep him away. He doesn't want to engage. Petersen gets an easy takedown with 250 left. They get back up at 215, so Usman was able to get right back up. What is he scared of? Petersen landing the bigger shots and moving forward. 25-17 in favor of Petersen. I have him up 2 rounds, 20-18. Last round here, Usman is trying to throw more, but it's just so tentative that he just won't stay in range long enough. And when he gets hit, he immediately retreats. It's a very safe style of fighting, but I don't think he has the skills or the speed to do that over a 3-round fight and win against even mediocre opponents. Usman finally finds a hard right hand, but continues to back up, and Petersen gets a takedown to end the round and landed some good ground and pound to end it. I had 30-27. All 3 judges saw it the same way, 30-27. Okay. That's it. Like I said in the last video, I think that these cards were worth watching. If you're not a hardcore fan, then it's still the fights were relatively fun, so you can watch those for that. That's it. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. It means a lot to me. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel. That way the next video is coming out. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I love y'all. Peace.